I want to take you through and show you exactly how our platform works and how you can take advantage of that. But before I do, I want to give you a little brief history of Bitcoin because it's a new history. You see, back in 2009, a person or a group of people under the pseudonym name of Satoshi Nakamoto publishes a white paper online entitled Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. You see, Satoshi envisioned that Bitcoin would allow online payments to be sent directly from one party to another without going through a financial institution. I mean, it sounds simple, right? An ingenious way to send money without involving third-party processors like Western Union, PayPal, MoneyGram, or any of the banks that earn tens of billions of dollars on an annual basis just through fees for sending money. And here is an actual copy of the white paper that Satoshi submitted back in 2009. I encourage you to check it out and read it. It's fascinating material. But when Bitcoin was anonymously released back in 2009, the timing couldn't be better because it happened in the wake of one of the largest financial shocks in history. You see, Bitcoin is a digital cryptocurrency that is not regulated or issued by any government or private entity. In fact, Bitcoin was the strongest currency in the years 2010 through 2013, outperforming even gold. If we skip ahead later to 2017, with the exception of 1 year, it has outperformed all major currencies in the world since then. So what is the value of a Bitcoin? A single Bitcoin in 2010 had a value of 10 cents. In 2017, a single Bitcoin had a value of $1,200. So if you were one of the fortunate people who had invested just $100 6 years ago, you say, look, I'm going to put $100 into this Bitcoin thing. I've read about it. I don't really understand it, but I'm going to put in $100. Today, it'd be worth $1.23 million. Now, not to rub salt into a wound, but I took it a step further. You see, when I joined Gladiacoin, I started with 1 Bitcoin, and I paid approximately $1,200 for that. If I had the foresight, which I didn't, back in 2010 to say, look, I'm going to take this $1,000 that I have available, and I'm going to put it into buying Bitcoin, and I held on to it, today it'd be worth $12 million. $12 million. So ladies and gentlemen, the reason that 99.9% of the people are watching this information is because it allows us to go back in time and make up for what we potentially lost. Because right now, Bitcoin is at 1,200. But futurologists are predicting it to grow exponentially. And the reason for that is because it will be a limited commodity. There will only be 21 million Bitcoins that will be mined. That will be it. Here's a futurologist predicting that the price will go to 4,000 per Bitcoin. But that's nothing. Look at this. The CEO of blockchain predicts Bitcoin price will hit 500,000 by the year 2030. How much Bitcoin do you want to own today when you know it's going to be worth $500,000 by 2030? But he's not alone in his opinion. Here's the first investor in Snapchat. Thinks that each Bitcoin would also be worth $500,000 by the year 2030, and here's exactly why. You can type this in on the internet and see it. I mean, it makes total sense. Here are companies that have invested in Bitcoin and the blockchain technology. The who's who of companies and institutions around the world. In fact, here are some of the top business leaders like Bill Gates, the richest man in the world, talking about Bitcoin. Sir Richard Anderson on the left, the CEO and founder of the Virgin Empire. And then you have Mark Anderson in the center, who was the inventor of the first web browser, Netscape Navigator. Says that the blockchain technology will impact the world more than the internet, and has invested tens of millions in his own money into investing in companies that support this cryptocurrency. Now, in order to receive Bitcoin, you need a wallet. And the wallet is encrypted. It's very similar to if you were to access your bank account online. You type in your username, password, and whatever other security features that you have, and then you can get access to your account. Well, you pretty much do the same. You can get a wallet through many, many places online. We like to use blockchain because it also has a mobile application, and it's very, very simple to use. But you kind of shop around and find out, what wallet that you like best. In fact, BitPay has its own Visa card that you can get for less than $10, and you can actually load it with Bitcoin, and then use your Visa wherever Visa is located. And as you begin to accumulate even more Bitcoin, like maybe 5,000 or 10,000 Bitcoin or more, we hope that you do through the Gladiacoin platform, then you may want to take it offline out of your wallet altogether and keep it on an encrypted device like you see right here with Trezor. And then it is secure. You can walk around with 10,000 Bitcoin in your pocket and nobody can get access to it, okay? But here's what your wallet will look like. It's not known by a name. You are basically a series of letters and digits, and it's called a wallet address, and that's how you would send payments. When somebody wants to receive Bitcoin, they just give you their wallet address, and you go wallet address to wallet address in milliseconds, and maybe the fee on that might be less than a penny, okay, to transfer money anywhere in the world. And when you want to receive, you just simply give out your address that you see right here. You can copy and paste it. You can actually hold it up and scan the QR code. It's very, very simple. And it only takes a matter of minutes to really be working one of these wallets. It's very simple. Now, where can you actually purchase products and services using Bitcoin? Well, there's over 45,000 merchants currently, and that's growing exponentially. But, I mean, you can actually walk into Subway, get a Subway sandwich, and pay for it with Bitcoin. Walk down the street to Starbucks, grab a latte, pay for it by Bitcoin. It's becoming easier and easier to use and more accepted. Huge news came out on the 1st of April with the country of Japan when they officially recognized Bitcoin and all digital currencies as money. This is huge because all the major banks got behind this decision now. In fact, 3 of Japan's mega banks have all invested in Japan's biggest Bitcoin exchanges. Ladies and gentlemen, we are at the forefront of what is going to be taking place on a global basis. The ripple effect is just incredible. In fact, it's going to be accepted just in Japan by more than 260,000 stores. You can go in and get clothes, you can buy your groceries, pay for gas. Think of it this way, anywhere that you can use your Visa card, your MasterCard, your debit card, you'll be able to use Bitcoin around the world and online. It's coming to that, okay? So Bitcoin and other currencies are being traded online. It is open 24 hours a day, and it's really no different when you're buying cryptocurrency as you want to buy it when the price is at its lowest, and then you want to try to sell it when you get a higher price. And you can hold on to this and allow it to grow within your portfolio, and maybe in the year 2030 when it's worth $500,000 per Bitcoin, you're going to be so glad you've got those 10,000 Bitcoins in your wallet. Okay, but this is something I was really surprised by because I had no idea how many cryptocurrencies were available to trade online. More than 710. Now, a lot of these are very niche specific currencies, okay, and some of them are only worth fractions of cents at this point. And of course, Bitcoin is the elephant in the room. It's got 80% of the market, but there's a lot of money that can be made trading one cryptocurrency against another, and that's where Gladiacoin comes into play. And that's who we are. We're nothing more than a platform that's working within the digital economy, and the company is able to make money in a variety of ways. Through the exchanges, for example. Exchanges are like where you can exchange Bitcoin for cash and cash for Bitcoin. They have buy-sell rates, just like you would if you were going to exchange currency at the airport for dollars for, maybe Thai baht or euros, for example. Well, there are exchanges that are selling Bitcoin and some are better than others. And so if you have the algorithms on that, you can plug into these exchanges all over the world and be able to make a handsome profit. We also do a lot of trading, both through actual live traders and through artificial intelligence investing, to where they have algorithms set up to where they can see when the prices are going up and when they're going down. They're able to position and take advantage of those market conditions. And so it makes the entire program sustainable to generate the highest income for all of us. So here are some of the exclusive benefits of getting involved with Gladiacoin. First of all, the duplication in 90 days. This program will double the amount of Bitcoin value that you have in 90 days from the plan that you select. The best part about it is that you don't have to wait 90 days in order to see any results. Once you set up an account with Gladiacoin, you log into your back office, and the first thing that you want to do is that you want to copy and paste your wallet address from blockchain, which we showed you earlier, so that the payments can be made directly to your blockchain wallet on a daily basis. You see, you get paid daily through the trader bonus at 2.2%. It requires absolutely no activity on your part. You don't have to learn about the trading or the currency. That's why we have the experts that do that. That's why we're giving them our Bitcoin so they can trade it and give us a percentage of the profit. And believe me, they're doing much better profit-wise. They're getting the lion's share of the trades, and they're paying us out 2.2% per day, which is fine for me because I don't have to worry about it. I'm getting paid my daily trading bonus, and everybody else is every 24 hours. It's fully automated, and it is integrated directly into your blockchain wallet from receipt to payment. Okay, it's Bitcoin in, Bitcoin out. You cannot start in our company by purchasing a package with a Visa card, a MasterCard, cash, or a check. It has to be Bitcoin in, okay, and use your wallet for that. And guess what? It's Bitcoin out of the system, completely out of Gladiacoin. When it goes into your blockchain wallet, this happens automatically. Every day at midnight, Singapore time, the computer goes into its maintenance mode, calculates the trader bonuses, funds everybody's account. You wake up the next day, or it could be the same day, depending on what part of the world that you live in, and there you go. You've got your daily trading bonus deposited directly into your blockchain wallet. And these deposits are daily, 7 days a week. Not 5 days a week, 7 days a week. So it is refreshing to wake up on a daily basis to see that you got paid, especially before you even go to work for that day. We have an international presence, and you're only limited by the country in which they speak English, Portuguese, or Spanish. And so if you've got people that can speak those three languages, then they can go to the website, look at all the material there, and then decide to get involved with us. Hopefully that more languages are going to come out in the near future, but the company just launched in December of 2016, so we're in at a relatively new time. And all this happens in real time. You have a virtual office that you can log into anytime, night or day, through a tablet, through your computer, through your smartphone. You can see the activity taking place as it happens. We also have a binary network for those of you that may be interested in referring other people to Gladiacoin, and you can get a 5 to 15% bonus on a daily basis for anybody that you recommend that joins and buys a package, wants to convert Bitcoin and have it double in 90 days. And I got to tell you something, it is so user-friendly and simple to use. I think if you go to the website and you have a chance to read it, it explains everything, how the money is made. It's very clean, it's uncomplicated, people get it right away. So there are two ways to earn with Gladiacoin. The first way is passively. If you want to come in and just kind of test the water, then you can earn from 2.2% per day for 90 days, and so you can effectively double the amount of Bitcoin that you get started with. The second way is that you can optionally build a binary network where you can earn from 5 to 15% on your lesser leg, which is paid daily. So a combination of the passive income plus the binary income means that you can earn faster. It doesn't have to take 90 days to double your Bitcoin if you combine that with the referral network through our binary network. So if you want to earn with the binary network, it's very, very simple. You only have to sponsor one person on the left, one person on the right. What do you mean by sponsor? Well, it'd be very simple. When you join, you have a username, and you would just send them the link, gladiacoin.com/your name. They would sign up, select their package, which I'm going to show you here in a moment, and you've succeeded in enrolling your first person. So then the next person that joins, you just go into your back office and you toggle the switch that says, I want it to go to the next default leg, which would be your right team. And so you enroll your next person, and you have met the only qualification necessary in order to receive from 5 to 15% daily. And it's permanent. And there are no monthly auto ships, okay? No monthly maintenance. There is no fast start bonuses. There are no matching bonuses. It is a very straightforward, very simple yet powerful binary that pays every single day. And here's the best part. Anytime you have a member in your team that doubles their Bitcoin and they want to renew their contract for another 90 days, or they want to upgrade their plan, maybe they started smaller and they want to upgrade, anytime you have a combination of that happening, it's brand new money that's coming back into Gladiacoin. You earn that 5 to 15% all over again. So it doesn't take a lot of people for you to make a lot of money with this program, because If it's doubling every 90 days, who would want to pull out, right? You want to renew for another 90 days, and that's brand new volume coming into your team. So here are the plans that you can pick from. And I like to say that this is like your tier 1 starting position. You have Spartacus 1, which is 0.05, and that's about $60 to $70. This is the only plan that has no doubling. And the reason for that is because you just can't double that in 90 days. It takes a lot longer to do that. But nonetheless, it's still a good position to have because you can accumulate volume in your organization by starting with Spartacus 1. But there's also people that can get started with that and earn the 5% binary, and it has a monthly cap on it of 3 Bitcoin per month. And you can see the Spartacus 2 and 3, that doubles in 90 days. And you can see the binary percentage increases at each package. And let's go up to the sweet spot on tier 1, which is Spartacus 4, and that's at 0.50 Bitcoin. That's literally a half a Bitcoin, and at today's rate, that's approximately $600. But it doubles in 90 days, so half a Bitcoin becomes 1 Bitcoin. You earn 9% in the binary. There is a cap on how much you can earn per day. It's limited to 1 Bitcoin. So that's about $1,200 or $30 per month. Now you can upgrade from any of these plans at any time you like, and you only pay the difference. For example, if you wanted to go from Spartacus 3 to Spartacus 4, you would simply pay the difference between 0.20 Bitcoin and 0.50. And you don't have to worry about it because when you select on the menu, Gladiacoin computes that for you automatically. So you don't have to buy a brand new package. So you can upgrade at any time and you get the percentage immediately, which is just great. Now the higher level plans would start with Spartacus 5 and then end with Spartacus 7. And you can see at Spartacus 5, that's 1 Bitcoin. This is where I started the program at the beginning part of March. I had 1 Bitcoin that I put into the system. It doubles in 90 days. In fact, I got my initial trader bonus on that the day after, which was really remarkable. And then you can see the cap on that. And the reason they have caps on this is for the sustainability of the marketing system. It's limited at Spartacus 5 to 60 Bitcoin per month, which is fine by me because that's over 60,000 at today's price. Spartacus 6 is 2 Bitcoin. And here you will see the actual doubling, the money going into your blockchain wallet on a daily basis. And the reason for that is because the company will pay once it accumulates to 0.03. So at Spartacus 6, you can actually see the trader bonus coming into your wallet every single day. Whereas at Spartacus 5, for example, 2.2% on 1 Bitcoin, every other day I'm receiving that daily trading bonus. So it accumulates in your back office until it reaches 0.03, and then it will fund directly. And then the best position of all is Spartacus 7. That's 4 Bitcoin. And so that would double from 4 to 8 in 90 days. You earn the highest on the binary, 15%, and it's limited to 8 Bitcoin per day, which is incredible, right? And with a monthly limit of 240. That's the most that you can earn with one account that is funded at Spartacus 7 is 240 Bitcoin per month. So it's very simple to participate. Choose a plan that is most suitable for you. You can start now and literally double your Bitcoin in 90 days. Okay, I want to share with you a strategy for creating multiple accounts within Gladiacoin. And you want to pay very close attention to this strategy because it can have a tremendous impact on your income potential when you decide to participate with Gladiacoin. And the reason that we want to open up more than one account is very simple. The marketing plan with Gladiacoin says the most that we can pay at Spartacus 7, which is the top package, is limited to 8 Bitcoin per day. That is to protect the sustainability of the marketing plan. But nowhere does it say that we can't have another account where we can earn 8 Bitcoin per day and so on. So in this strategy, it involves opening 3 accounts. It's very easy to do. You just create your first account. You go to your sponsor's website and sign up. And then you create account number 2, which you place in your left team, account number 3, which you place in your right team. And hopefully you can fund each one with Spartacus 7, which is 4 Bitcoin each. That is the optimum way to get started. But if you have less than that, you can do it. The important thing is to understand the structure and why. At this point, account number 1 is qualified to begin earning the 15% daily binary commissions because of the fact that you have enrolled one account to the left and one account to the right. That is the only qualification required in order to receive the binary commissions. One-time qualification. Second reason is because you're going to begin earning the daily trader bonus of 2.2% on each one of your 3 accounts, not just one. So if you take 4 Bitcoin times 2.2%, it's 0.088 Bitcoin per account. Multiply that times 3, you come up with 0.264 daily. If you put that figure into the Bitcoin converter, you can see that's $323.64 in Bitcoin paid within the next 24 hours. In addition to that, you're going to qualify to get the binary commissions because you've got volume now in each one of your 2 teams. And as you know, it will pay 15% on the lesser team. So let's look at account number 2, which has 4 Bitcoin. And let's say that's your lesser team. Well, 15% on 4 Bitcoin is 0.6 with a lot of zeros behind it. Put that into the Bitcoin converter, that's $729.31 a Bitcoin that is also sent to your blockchain wallet the very next day. So just by setting up your 3 accounts, you've received more than 1,000 in Bitcoin out of the system into your blockchain wallet in 24 hours. The second reason that you want to set up the structure this way is that down the road, after you have qualified account number 1 where it's earning 8 Bitcoin per day, it makes absolutely no sense to continue working on that position because you can't make any more money. However, because you set it up this way, from the first person who joined your team on the left and right, it begins to accumulate all the Bitcoin that takes place in that entire organization on infinite levels. There are no flushing in this binary unless you don't renew your contract. So at this point, account number 1 is the only account that is getting the binary commission. Accounts 2 and 3 are simply getting the daily trading bonus, which is a good thing, right? It's making money for you. So now that, let's say that you have maxed out your number 1 position, you're earning 8 Bitcoin per day. All you do is now you start working on account number 2, but you don't start at 0 because it's collected all the Bitcoin volume in your left team on infinite levels. Could be hundreds of Bitcoin there. All you do is you just simply open up a new leg and begin to enroll new members in that one leg, find one leader, and now you can max out account number 2. Now you're getting binary commissions on account 1 and 2. And when you max that one out, then you go over to account number 3 and you do the same thing, except this time you open up a leg to the left and it was holding all the Bitcoin volume, which could be hundreds of Bitcoin, even into the thousands. And so you find 1 or 2 leaders on your left team, and congratulations, now you are successfully earning binary commissions on 3 accounts instead of 1, plus your daily trading bonus. And each one of these 3 accounts can now be earning 8 Bitcoin per day. Let's take it up a notch to the optimum starting position, and that is to have 7 accounts in your name. Very simple to do. I mean, you just sign up again, but this time you put account number 2 on the left. It would be enrolled by account number 1. And then account number 4 would be enrolled by account number 2, and number 6 would be enrolled by account number 4. It's important that you do it this way. Take your time. On the other side, account number 5 would be enrolled by account number 3, and account number 7 enrolled by account number 5. Okay? Now these are going to be for building down the road. This is for your future. Okay? So account number 1 is permanently qualified to begin earning the 15% daily binary commissions. In addition to that, you've got 7 accounts that also begin earning the daily trading bonus of 2.2% for the next 90 days. So if we take 4 Bitcoin on one account times 2.2%, we come up with the 0.088, just like before, per account. But this time, instead of multiplying it by 3, we multiply it by 7. So now you have 0.616 Bitcoin per day that is being paid to you in your blockchain wallet. Multiply that out, $754.62 in Bitcoin paid out the very next day after you open these accounts. But we're not done, because guess what? You've got volume there that is going to be qualified to earn binary commissions, which are also paid daily. And so if we look at the left side of your business here, let's look at account number 2, 4, and 6. How much Bitcoin do you have there collectively in those 3 accounts? 12. 12 times 15% is 1.8 Bitcoin. Type that into the Bitcoin converter, and that's $2,188.62 in Bitcoin. Ladies and gentlemen, just by setting this structure up, you've got nearly $3,000 in Bitcoin that was paid back to you the very next day. You've recouped over 10% of your initial starting investment. This is exactly what Simon King did when I sponsored him. He took some gold, an asset that he had that was sitting in a safe deposit box that wasn't really earning him anything. It was just holding its value. It wasn't going up, wasn't really going down that much. And so he sold that asset to get this asset of Bitcoin. And he funded 7 accounts just like you see right here. The very next day, he calls me up. He's all excited. He had over $3,000 in Bitcoin that was deposited directly into his blockchain wallet, which he was very excited about. And then Simon began to build his team. And what was great is because he set this structure up, the very first person on his left went underneath account number 6 and began holding and accumulating the volume, not only account 6, but 4 and 2. And then the next person he brought in went into his right team under account number 7, and it began collecting all the volume from all the Bitcoin from the people that were purchasing packages and upgrading. And it began to accumulate, going up to account 7, 5, and 3. But the only account that is getting paid is account number 1. That's the account that he started out on, and he's almost maxed that out. Last week, Simon, who's only been in the business for 3 weeks, ladies and gentlemen, earned more than $12,000 for the week with this scenario. So what will happen now is once he maxes out his first account, then he's going to go open account number 2 and account number 3, account number 4, one at a time until he maxes each one out individually. And at that point, he'll have 7 accounts maxed out at 8 Bitcoin per day. That's 56 Bitcoin gross per day. Now that's not net because you're going to take half of that, or 28 Bitcoin, and you're going to renew each one of those 7 accounts. But the net profit per day in this scenario is 28 Bitcoin. Put in 28 Bitcoin into the Bitcoin converter and then step back and look at that a few times. Huge, huge money. So it's important to really set this structure up correctly. It's what William Portillo did. William Portillo started building in February. By the end of February, beginning of March, he earned $130,000 in Bitcoin setting up this structure. Now William earns $100,000 in Bitcoin every 3 days. So it's imperative, if you really want the significant dollars out of Gladiacoin, to set yourself up and position yourself correctly from day one.